Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing the only swimmable FP Journe sports watch. This is the FP Journe Elegante 40, grade 5 titanium with a scratch-resistant Titalyt coating. The timepiece measures 40 millimeters from lug to lug. It is 35.3 millimeters from side to side, not including the crown, and it is a svelte 7.4 millimeters thick. Throw the watch on the wrist and you can see quite comfortable, nicely sized. I'd say size-wise, it's the equivalent of wearing a 36 millimeter Rolex Datejust. So if your wrist is smaller than 17 centimeters, this is going to be a good size match. As you can see, there is plenty of clearance on both sides, so I'm not going to prescribe a lower limit for wrist size. I think even a very small 13 centimeter circumference wrist could wear this well. I really do think this is a fantastic unisex option. There's a lovely military olive green strap in a matte finish, and you can see the attention to detail is outstanding as this frosted surfacing is premium and it breaks up some of the span of what would otherwise be a rather dour material and color. It manages to be muted without being less than charming. And as you can see, it is charming. On both sides, handsomely detailed, you have the FP logo in a repeating motif, but it also serves to allow an air pocket to build up underneath the strap to better vent the wrist. You can see pull tab bars allowing you to quickly remove the strap if you want to throw on something a little bit more tropical, cheerful, or for a sense of occasion, a bit more energetic. You can use those little pull tab bars to throw on a factory blue, orange, or white strap. The timepiece, of course, features a folding clasp to match, a combination of grade 5 titanium and that Titalyt scratch-resistant nickel anthracite colored material. Rolling over the case, you can see it is the Elegante in its traditional 40 millimeter size. Handsome, faceted, muted, and upscale. This is probably the best known premium quartz watch on the market right now, and the shape is a big part of that. Taking a look at the crown, you can see it's the characteristic FP Journe double dimpled knurl crown, but here it's a rare screw down format. Screw down, though the watch is rated at 30 meters, Journe, the company itself, has told me that this watch is tested past 50. As a result, with its screw down crown, it is the only FP Journe timepiece that is recommended for surface swimming. On the dial side, quite a few Journe calling cards, from the blued biomorphic hands that track the time to the radially arrayed Arabic numerals, the fonts used, the railroad track, and the center disc with small seconds. That said, there are quite a few changes. Taking a quick look, you can see that unlike the Vagabondage models, which feature similar dial architectures, the maker's mark is present on the dial. You have the dial side bolts that people have come to expect of FP Journe watches, and then you have shaded sections, 4 of them, to provide a little bit of lateral and vertical contrast and bounding. The sapphire is shaped, which makes water resistance challenging for watchmakers, but FP Journe has gone above and beyond to ensure that the shape of the sapphire matches the bezel and the case here. The disc is actually a solid block of luminova, so it's sort of backlit and immensely luminous at night. We'll take a look at that in a moment. There is an oscillating mass that you can see on the dial side of the watch, and that's part of the engineering of the caliber 1210. It is an 18 joule high-grade Swiss quartz, and this 18-karat red gold cover for the battery speaks to the attention to detail and the materials invested. What sets this movement apart isn't its accuracy. As a quartz movement, it's plus or minus 15 seconds a month, and it features hacking or stop seconds. But after 30 minutes, it goes to sleep. The microprocessor remembers the time, but the hands and the stepper motors deactivate. As a result, though the watch has an 8 to 10 year power reserve for the battery, when worn, in theory, it could sit on the shelf and still operate when needed for 18 years, which is outstanding and something you will not see in any other luxury quartz watch. Now, there is that little oscillating mass, so when you pick the watch up, the mass moves, the microprocessor wakes up the stepper motors, and the hands will move back into the correct position to represent the current time. And they will move in either direction, whichever direction is shorter, to display the current time in order to better conserve power. This timepiece has it all. Reach out to tmosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And I'm back with the FP Journe Elegante 40 by night. I promised you a light show.